me the way. Yeah. At Google I.O. they turn the page, your words folded in the stage light. Not a box, not a badge, something moving under glass. You said, what is it now? I said, watch it change. Same phone, new mind, same hand, different game. It learns your rhythm. It reads the room. It knows what you meant before you do. Intelligence system.
Welcome back to VL Extras on the Visual Learners channel. If you've been waiting for a moment that truly shifts the tectonic plates of technology, this is it. Today, we're pulling back the curtain on Google I/O 2026, an event that feels less like a product launch and more like a total redefinition of our digital lives. We're witnessing a seismic transition where Google is moving beyond just being a search engine or a software provider. They are architecting a proactive, intelligence-first ecosystem. From the massive overhaul of Android into an agentic system and the debut of premium Googlebook laptops to a bold, multi-pronged entry into the XR glasses market, every piece of the puzzle is powered by a common thread: Gemini Intelligence. If you want to stay ahead of these shifts with stories that make you say, wow, make sure to subscribe to the channel and join our community. Google is officially retiring the term operating system for Android, opting instead to call it an intelligence system. With Android 17, your phone isn't just a place to hold apps, it's an agentic partner that does the heavy lifting for you. Through deep Gemini integration, your device now anticipates your needs, from planning entire social events to booking appointments and hunting down out-of-stock items in the background. The new Material Expressive design language ensures that this AI feels intentional, not intrusive. You'll see subtle, elegant visual cues like a soft glow or a rhythmic pulse when Gemini is listening or working, keeping you informed without shattering your focus.
I hope that you caught all of the huge announcements we just dropped on the Android show, but if you didn't, you should go find a link and you should click it and watch that first. In this video, I'm going to share more about Android 17 updates that we love but didn't get a chance to talk about in the main show. So, in the biz, we call this a bento box graphic. I think it's pretty obvious why. As you can see, it's a bento box of updates that's usually shown at the end of a big tech keynote. It's a roll-up of all of the features. This bento box is full of really cool updates that I'm excited to talk about, so I'm going to talk about them right now. First is Bubbles. Bubbles are a way to pin apps that you want quick access to all of the time. It's more than a split screen, and it's easier than switching between apps by swiping across them. I like to have Keep and Messages in Bubbles so that they're easy to pop open for quick stuff no matter what I'm doing. Like taking notes when I'm watching a YouTube video so I can remember the things I want to look up after I've watched the YouTube video. You can stack Bubbles up, and it's really easy to tap them to open them, do a quick interaction, and then tap them closed, all without having to go back to the home screen or the launcher. But Bubbles really pop, don't overthink that pun, Bubbles really pop on large screen devices where there's a dedicated section on the taskbar where the bubbles live. I find it really intuitive and it makes my workspace really customizable. Next up is native game controller remapping. Now, if you play video games, you may have heard the term quality of life improvement. It's a little fix that solves a little annoyance in a game. So, get this, Android 17 has a quality of life improvement for gaming. It's native game controller remapping. Okay, so I have a few different gamepads that I bought that I use on my Android devices because, yes, I'm that kind of nerd, but often the buttons the game expects don't match exactly what the controller has. Now, instead of trying to fuss with both game and specific controller settings, I can just use Android's built-in remapper to make those shoulder buttons do the right thing. No more crouching when I thought I was about to shoot an arrow.
The user experience is also getting a radical upgrade. Android 17 introduces Chrome Auto Browse and a smarter autofill that can handle complex data like passport numbers or license plates across any app with a single tap. Plus, for the first time, you can ask Gemini to create my widget on the fly. Want a meal prep recipe tracker that refreshes daily? Just ask, and the AI builds a bespoke live widget right on your home screen. Switching from iOS has never been this seamless either. The new transfer process now carries over your home screen layout and passwords, ensuring that your digital life feels instantly familiar the moment you pick up your new Android device.
So guys, Android 17 is coming and here's how it's gonna change your life. First, you'll be able to just ramble or dictate your message and this new Android will write it out very naturally like you typed it. No more long voice notes. Second, and it's crazy, you can just think of any kind of widget that you want and Android would make it. You don't have to be a programmer. Third, all 4,000 emojis are being redesigned to look more realistic and 3D. So if you thought that iPhones had better emojis, well... Fourth, smart autofill. Your phone will automatically scan the page and fill passport details or your shipping details. Can't believe that it took them this long. Next, content posted by premium Android phones will not lose details when posting on platforms like Instagram. Been a complaint for a while now, but I still don't trust it. And lastly, Android Auto. It's going to get super smart, look super cool, Maps is going to look a lot better, and you'll be able to stream videos in your car as long as it's not moving. Now, having said all of this, it's probably going to roll out next year, feature by feature, and possibly hit Samsung and Google premium devices first, and eventually roll out to everyone. But yeah, for updates like these, follow.
We can't ignore the social and creative upgrades either. Through a partnership with Meta, Instagram on Android is finally reaching parity and sometimes surpassing the iPhone with native Ultra HDR, pro-grade video stabilization, and a virtual green screen feature that lets you record reaction videos in one seamless take. Gboard is also evolving into Rambler, a speech-to-text engine that understands context, filters out your ums and ahs, and can even format your spoken thoughts into bulleted lists with emojis on command. With the new Pause Point digital well-being feature, your phone will even nudge you towards mindfulness, blocking distracting apps with suggestions for breathing exercises or photo memories. It's not just an update, it's a proactive partner in your pocket.
All right, so Google themselves hyped up this week's pre-I.O. Android show as the biggest updates to Android ever, which is a really high bar to set. But they then went on to announce a bunch of stuff from Android 17 to a new Android Auto to Google Books, not to be confused with Google Books. So I'm gonna show you what's good, what's new, what's meh, and what's a bit overhyped, I think. So I'm gonna start with Android 17, just because every year, updates to Android get smaller and smaller and more incremental. So I was really curious to see what they were gonna get so hyped about. This year, it's not a visual redesign, but there are some added features, and then there's some Gemini stuff sprinkled on top. And spoiler alert, that's the stuff that they're so hyped about. That's the stuff that makes them say it's the biggest Android update ever. I'll have some thoughts. We'll get to that. But a couple neat things in Android. The Gemini interface is redesigned to look a little different, a little sparklier, but also briefly very blurred around the edges before it sharpens up. But it also says Concept UI, subject to change. So I guess I shouldn't go too hard on this just yet. Autofill will expand to be better by including information that it can parse from other Google services like Gmail, Wallet, Photos, etc. So it can already, put in your name and address and the classic stuff, phone number when it fills out forms. But let's say you're filling out a weird form that also is asking for your passport number for some reason. Well, if you have a photo of your passport in Google Photos, it can actually pull that out and automatically paste it in there without you having to go to Photos, find the picture, and then go back and forth. So that's nice. And then there's also some new creator tools to be built directly into Android, like more image processing compatibility so that it matches what we see coming from iPhones, and cutting you out and letting you talk over whatever's on your screen, which is a super popular format that we've seen all over Instagram and TikTok, so you can do that now built into Android. But then they also showed us this new Smart Enhance for photos and videos, I believe, that can, in their own words, reveal breathtaking detail and clarity that you didn't even know could be there. And then they showed a before and after going from this to this, and Jesus Christ, just no. This, it looks worse. I'm telling you, it looks worse. I know it's brighter, and people typically like a brighter image in a side-by-side, and I know there's technically more detail in the shadows and probably in the highlights too, but now you're creating this like flat, featureless image without a hint of contrast or shadows or anything. It looks worse. This is exactly what I was talking about in literally my last video about smartphone cameras and image processing. I'll link it below the like button. If you haven't already seen it, you can go watch it. This is what I'm talking about. But then,
after months of speculation surrounding Project Aluminium, Google has finally unveiled the Googlebook, a premium category of laptops designed from the ground up for Gemini Intelligence. These aren't just rebranded Chromebooks, they are built on a modern Android-based tech stack that brings together the full power of the desktop Chrome browser and native, high-performance Android apps. It's a clean break from the legacy of emulated apps, offering a sleek, premium hardware experience that feels like the upgrade many of us have been begging for.
Let's go. I wake up to a little bit of drool on my pillow, feel like it's gonna be a bad day. Yeah, I'm tired of shit, and the coffee ain't hit yet, damn, ain't that great. I don't wanna go to work, cause my boss is a jerk, and I'm not even that paid. I need a change in my life, cause I don't feel alive, and there's nothing that makes me happy. Hold my beer for a minute, I'm about to quit my job, cash in for a ticket.
On me, I still got the most vision. Trendsetter told them before, but they don't listen.
I'm winning all, and this is just the beginning. I need a big change, help me feel like living. I need a big swing, home runs, I'm hitting.
Trendsetter, whoa, league of my own, they don't get better. They don't get better. Yeah, they don't get better.
The centerpiece of the Googlebook experience is the Magic Pointer, a revolutionary leap in how we interact with our screens. By simply wiggling your cursor, the Magic Pointer comes to life, using Gemini to provide contextual suggestions based on whatever you are pointing at, whether it's instantly turning a date in an email into a calendar event or helping you visualize new furniture in a photo of your living room. The goal is to bridge the gap between idea and finished task in seconds. It's a bold, proactive way to compute that makes the traditional cursor feel like a relic of the past.
We're unveiling a bit of a surprise, a brand new category that I cannot wait for you to see.
Meet Googlebook. Googlebooks are the first laptops designed for Gemini Intelligence from the ground up. When you open up a Googlebook, you'll see one of the hallmarks of any laptop, the good old cursor. With just a wiggle, you'll see the cursor come alive. Now, as I point at things, I get quick contextual suggestions. Check this out. Point at a date in this email. I can set up some time with my friends, draft a reply, or find good spots to meet up. It's fully multimodal. So let me select this picture of the nursery and then select another image of a wallpaper I like. And let's throw in a new crib too. I now have the option to visualize them all together. That looks like a perfect little nest. It's like magic. That's why we call it Magic Pointer. We're also bringing Create My Widget to Googlebooks. I'm planning a family reunion in Berlin later this year. Now I can just prompt Gemini to create a widget to keep track of everything for me. And in a single click, you'll see it all come together. Here's my flight, my hotel information, restaurant reservations, and even a countdown so I don't miss it this year. We've made it possible to access your phone apps right on your Googlebook without ever picking up your phone. I've been taking Portuguese lessons on Duolingo, and my streak is precious to me. So let's make sure I get my daily lesson in. I can pop over here and without ever leaving my screen, start it. No downloading, no awkward emulated touchscreen controls, no digging out my phone from the bottom of my bag. It just works. Because my phone is connected to my laptop, I can easily access the files on it right from the Googlebooks file browser. For those moments when someone sends you a picture or in a chat app and you need to attach it to an email, these files are just here. And you'll know it's a Googlebook by the unique glow bar. A statement both functional and beautiful. They will be available later this year, so stay tuned for more from us.
Productivity on Googlebook is further turbocharged by AI-generated widgets that live on your desktop, organizing everything from travel itineraries and flight details to restaurant reservations and event countdowns. By integrating Gemini deep into the OS, Google is attempting to move us away from the manual file and app management style of the last 20 years. Instead, you interact with your data in a personalized, fluid way. It's an ambitious play for the laptop market, one that leverages the massive Android ecosystem to offer something truly distinct from the Windows or Mac OS experience.
Google Google just announced their new set of laptops called the Googlebooks. Let's talk about it. Now, while they haven't shown all the features yet, including most of the hardware, there's still a good amount that they have shown off, and while we do that, let's just try to see if we can build our own. Now, the first thing you'll probably want to know about is what's happening with Chromebooks. I mean, they're not going anywhere. They're still going to have their 10-year lifespan if you did buy one. However, with the Googlebook, what you're getting is basically a Chrome OS, Android OS, and Gemini Intelligence all built into one neat package. You're going to have all that packaged inside, so it's pretty smart. It's a pretty smart laptop. Now, inside the software of the Googlebooks, Google announced some pretty exciting stuff. For example, there's Magic Cursor. In there, you're going to be able to wiggle your cursor and you're going to have Gemini be activated. From there, you can click on anything and do certain actions, like you can click on 2 images and combine them, or you can do other stuff by typing in the prompt. It just makes it easier to access their AI real naturally without having to bring it up through a Google search or something. Now, the second cool thing about the Googlebooks is that you'll be able to stream the app from your phone onto the laptop itself, meaning that you won't even have to have the app installed on your laptop to be able to use it if it's on your phone already. Now, another cool thing too is that the files from your phone will also automatically sync up with the Googlebooks itself, so that way if you downloaded a PDF or a photo, it's going to be available on your Googlebook automatically so you can use it and not need to transfer it manually. There we go. We got a tiny little office setup. Now, the Googlebooks will also have this neat little glow bar on the front. I mean, I think it looks pretty nice. It's basically an RGB LED light that is going to be on the top of the laptop. It looks super clean and definitely has that Google vibe. Just like Chromebooks, these laptops will also be made by several manufacturers. There's still no detail yet on the specs or the hardware itself, but here's some shots provided by Google. I mean, you can see it definitely looks super clean. There we go. I think that's going to be the last set. Of course, we got the laptop there. And there we go, a nice little office setup. This design was actually found on Breakables. We just used it to create it. And then shout out to Google for buying these blocks themselves to be able to build this together and have it look really nice. So shout out to Google. Thank you, guys. Let me know in the comments what you think about the Googlebook. Would you pick one up?
At the heart of the entire Google ecosystem is the new Gemini Intelligence banner, a sophisticated suite of features representing Google's most aggressive AI push to date. Google isn't just adding a chatbot, they're embedding Gemini as a foundational layer across hardware, browser, and mobile. The suite centers on 5 core capabilities designed to act as a 24/7 digital partner. From Chrome Auto Browse, which can independently reserve parking or book appointments, to personal intelligence that securely autofills complex forms using context from your Gmail and calendar. This is a clear strategic play to cement Google's dominance before Apple's WWDC, effectively challenging the industry to prove that AI can be genuinely useful rather than just a novelty.
You keep on running around. You keep on running around.
Hey there, hi, hello.
Book 2 floor seats to this concert.
Yeah. Sometimes I get so mad, there's no control in me. My thoughts get so bad, I'm like, I might grab a bat, I don't know. My wrath, my blood boils over like.
Live like king, so the money ain't me. It's like staying honey, you cannot be me.
Some shit that I can't let go, so just stay tuned for the rest of the show. So have you
Remind me of late night pizza spot. I don't know.
Cause I know you got me fucked up. Let me show you what's up. Cause enough is enough. I'll take a face full of pavement and just in the street as I make it look easy. Too easy.
Today, we're taking a big leap forward, and I'm excited to introduce Gemini Intelligence. By integrating premium hardware and innovative software, we've created a new kind of magic, an intelligence system that knows what matters to you, helps you stay a step ahead, and works proactively to get things done throughout your day. To truly bring this intelligence to life, we had to reimagine how it looks and feels. Material Expressive is now infused with Gemini Intelligence, and it's not just beautiful, it's functional. Gemini Intelligence animates with purpose, signaling a transition from listening to thinking to creating. It's a purposeful evolution designed to guide your focus, not distract from it, helping you get more done across more of your favorite apps. Like, take your class syllabus and put the books you'll need in your cart, or snag that front row bike in your favorite spin class, or find floor seats to an upcoming show. And here's where things get really exciting. Gemini has multimodal capabilities. So I can snap a picture of an interesting brochure like this one for a coffee tasting tour in Costa Rica and ask Gemini, find a tour like this on Expedia, but make it for a group of 6. While Gemini is finding the perfect option, I can see the progress live from my notifications. Gemini will get to work only when I say so and stops as soon as the task is done.
The highlight of this rollout is the rumored Gemini Omni, a unified multimodal model capable of processing text, images, and video in a single lightning-fast pipeline. Unlike previous fragmented models, Omni is designed to handle creative production, like editing video directly within a chat, making it a formidable competitor to other heavy hitters in the video gen space. Coupled with Rambler on Gboard and Create My Widget for home screen customization, Google is betting that its ability to scale this across 1 billion-plus devices will define the standard for intelligent computing. While these features are initially limited to the latest flagships, like the Pixel 10 and Samsung Galaxy S26, Google's roadmap promises a swift expansion to watches, cars, and the Android XR glasses.
Nano Banana for video is here. It's called Gemini Omni. I'm Sammy, and I work on the Gemini Omni team. You can take your own videos and alter the world however you want. This started as a video of someone just drawing a circle, and then Omni can transform it into this. You can change specific things or change everything. Your video can become something straight from your imagination. Here's a video that my friend took. He's just touching the mirror, and we can use Omni to reimagine what happens next. Edit the action, change the style, or transform yourself into something new. You can also edit with language over multiple turns. You can take this video of a violinist and change the environment, make the violin invisible, or change the camera angle. I can give Omni a drawing with visual instructions, and it knows how to incorporate them into a full video. Because Omni is built with Gemini's world knowledge, Omni can just do cool things, like generate an object for each letter of the alphabet. Previous models really struggled with this. These are just a few things you can do with Omni. Try it out today. What would you use it for? Tell us in the comments below.
Chucking on, now the rubber's gone. Like a wrecking ball. Busting through like a wrecking ball. Bang, bang, boom, boom. Chicka boom, chicka boom. Bang, bang, boom, boom. I'm coming through, I'm coming through. Bang, bang, boom, boom. Chicka boom, chicka boom. Bang, bang, boom, boom. I'm coming through. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit, I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. Everything I do so instinctive.
Behold the power of the brand new Pixel 10 Pro. This incredible device changes everything forever.
The day is finally here. Let us unbox the brand new Google Pixel 10 Pro. It feels incredible in the hand. Just look at that display.
Beyond the multimodal capabilities of Omni, Google also introduced Gemini Spark, an ultra-low-latency micro model specifically engineered for real-time human interaction. Spark is designed to handle the sub-second conversations that make digital assistants feel truly alive, stripping away the lag that usually plagues voice-based AI. Because it runs locally on the NPU of newer chips, Spark provides immediate responses for translation, quick facts, or conversational coaching without needing to ping a cloud server. By combining the massive creative muscle of Omni with the lightning-fast reflexes of Spark, Google has essentially created a two-tiered intelligence system, one for heavy-duty creation and one for the fluid, human-like rhythm of everyday life.
Google just launched this, and it wants to take over your inbox, calendar, and Google Drive whilst your laptop is closed. It is called Gemini Spark, and it's a personal AI agent that runs 24/7, as I said, even with your laptop closed. In the demo, they planned a block party. They connected it with Gmail and also created a live spreadsheet and had the agent automatically update the spreadsheet with every email that came in. It got even more impressive when he was able to use a mobile to run agents in the background with 3 separate tasks. So this is Google's take on OpenClaw, and its entry price is $100, but a definite strike on the likes of Perplexity Computer and OpenClaw. But what makes this so compelling is it is on Google Cloud. But what makes this even better is there's an agentic browser extension coming for Chrome, as well as an Android Halo app that is dedicated with an agent. And guess what? MCPs are coming so you can use other apps as well. If you're interested in exploring this a little bit more, here on YouTube, we've got a video that outlines absolutely everything.
And what you can see immediately is a dashboard with all the different tasks that I have going on in the background. This is a pretty straightforward example, but it's so useful. So there's a few things happening here. Compile everything. This goes across docs, email, your chats, and grabs the most important information that you need for this update. It also is going to use all of the stuff you see in the time period of the last week with this /ghostwriter. That's a personal skill that I've written, so the email sounds like me. And what's great is that with Spark, you can upload your favorite skills you find online. So we're going to let this run in the background. You can see it's already started doing various tool calls. And I'm going to switch over to another one from our personal life. We're planning a big block party. And you can see here, this is a pretty complex prompt. We want help grabbing all the RSVPs, keep a list of who's bringing what. Remember to email those neighbors who haven't signed up yet. What's really amazing is it'll break it down and also be able to generate files for you. So the first one here, this is a live RSVP tracker right in Google Sheets. You can see that it shows who's confirmed and who hasn't. What's amazing about this is it'll actually update because it's connected to Gmail. So when L. Thompson, row 8 RSVPs, it'll update, which is pretty amazing. And then finally, what the prompt did is it created a hype deck for the block party. And you can see it creates right in Google Slides, perfectly integrated. And you can see it even pulls in things like our giant bounce house that's going to be in the cul-de-sac. Gemini can even go a step further and pull out things like your neighborhood homeowners association won't let you set this up before Friday afternoon at June 5th. That's pulling from a file in my Google Drive. Because we're prioritizing safety, we're rolling out Gemini Spark deliberately to trusted testers this week and as a beta for US Google AI Ultra subscribers next week.
Beyond the screen, Google is finally fighting back in the wearable space with Android XR glasses. They've previewed 2 distinct models, a display-free pair focused on hands-free Gemini interaction via cameras and speakers, and a more ambitious one with an in-lens display for live translation and navigation. By partnering with heavy hitters like Samsung, XREAL, Warby Parker, and Gentle Monster, Google is betting that the Android ecosystem, already spanning billions of devices, is the perfect home for the next computing platform. Meta might have a head start with their smart glasses, but Google is betting that its deep integration with your phone, laptop, and AI agent will be the ultimate trump card.
Google's got smart glasses coming, a bunch of them, and they're coming in the fall. How many? How much do they cost? Well, I can tell you how many. I just can't tell you how much they cost yet because Google has not announced that. But here at Google I/O, I got to look at the latest demos for both everyday eyewear that are also smart glasses, ones that have displays in them, and ones that are like a shrunken down mixed reality headset that you carry in your pocket. Let me explain. First of all, Warby Parker and Gentle Monster are making Google and Samsung made smart glasses. We knew about this already. What we didn't know is the launch window. It's going to be the fall. And we also still don't know the specific name of the product line. They're called intelligent eyewear. But according to Google and Samsung, they're going to let individual manufacturers come up with the names for what those products are. So stay tuned. It's interesting that there's no specific name like Google Glass, but Android XR is the name for the whole platform. Samsung will tell more at Unpacked, which is coming up in July, and I'm just curious what they're going to be named and if people will be able to follow the thread of that.
If you missed the Android show XR edition, consider this your highlight reel. Galaxy XR is already out there, Project Aura is on the way, and AI glasses are getting closer every day. Watch the Android show XR edition now.
This isn't just about headline chasing, it's about the evolution of the intelligence system. While skeptics point to the history of features like Google Now or Duplexed, the integration of these new features across watches, cars, and laptops suggests a deeper, more permanent commitment. Google is betting the farm on the idea that distribution matters more than benchmarks. As we head into a summer of massive AI updates, the message is clear. Google is no longer content to just provide the tools. They want to be the intelligence that drives your entire day.
It reads the room, it knows what you made before you do. Intelligent system, wake up, shift, shape. Intelligent system, learning every day. No more old label, let it drift away. Intelligent system, show me the way. Your screen feels alive in your palm. Tiny decisions, fast as rain. Maps, messages, morning plans. All of it lining up again. And every update lands like the door open wide. You don't just use it now, you move inside. It lends your rhythm, it reads the room. It knows what you meant before you do. Intelligent system, wake up, shift, shape.